Christopher Columbus. Good old Christopher Columbus. Let me tell you, we know now that Christopher Columbus was a morally bankrupt guy, right? We know that. It's the cat's out of the bag. His secret's not safe now. You know, people found all of his diaries or whatever, the people that were with him, and different accounts of people encountering him, so on and so forth. I don't know the exact details, but we no longer think of him as a national hero, at least generally, right? But I still believe that we should leave his statues up. The reason I thought of this is because I was on Google Maps looking at somewhere that I'm going, and there was a place that had a Christopher Columbus statue, and this place got really bad negative reviews for still having the statue up. And the statue is made by some Italian sculptor. I don't remember exactly, but you know, a lot of people wanted the statue to be taken down, and it was getting vandalized. So I don't think, I personally don't think that we should do that. I think it's important to leave the statue up and keep it there. Maintain it, make sure it's in good condition. And that might sound contradictory, right? But that statue being there is important. We don't want to erase history. So in the future, when all of this hype about Christopher Columbus has passed, when people see that statue and it's common knowledge, or you know, a quick internet search or whatever can show that he was a piece of garbage person. I mean, he still accomplished a lot, but using negative ways. But in the future, when people see that statue and say, oh yeah, why is that statue up? You know, the reason could be, oh, because we used to be taught, our ancestors used to be taught that Christopher Columbus was a hero. They weren't told any of the bad things about him. They were just told that he discovered America. And they, to the point where everybody in school was taught that this guy is like a national hero. And he did all this great stuff, and he discovered America. I mean, for hundreds of years, we as Americans were taught that, and I'm sure in other places, maybe to a lesser extent, but they were taught that. And that was a mistake. It was deceitful. It was not, we wouldn't want to do that again. So I think it's important to leave that statue up so that we see how this cycle works, and we remember history. We remember that this person who our morals don't agree with, and who did unquestionably terrible things to other humans to get what he wanted, we remember that he was set on a pedestal for many generations, for several generations, and taught to be a hero, because we don't want to repeat that same mistake in the future. So I believe that if we take down the statues, or this one, any of them, or you know, destroy them, whatever we're gonna do, you're getting rid of that very valuable lesson, and then history has a greater chance of repeating itself. of covering up the truth in the future. And I don't know whether it was our government covering up the truth or whether it was someone else. Like, what was the incentive for doing that? I'm not sure. We could theorize about that all day, but we don't want to let that happen. I think by leaving these statues up and telling that story of why it's there, it can help us be a little bit more aware of that kind of thing and learn from history better. I think that's a very valuable lesson, and the statues are a reminder of that. I mean, all politics and all opinions aside, I mean, the statues are beautiful pieces of art as well. Like, somebody made these amazing statues, right? But I think they have a really nice meaning behind them as far as what we can learn. And at one point in history, they meant something completely different. Wow, look at this person. What a great guy. Like, he was such a person to look up to. And now that's not quite the case, but that whole story is part of it. Like, the whole progression of things, and we should leave that up. We should leave those statues there so we can continue telling that story for many generations to come. Controversial take, hot take, good to go. Hot take number 494,894 on YouTube. Thank you. I love you forever. Have a good day.